What is going on, Pokemon community? It is Achilles08 here, and today we are going to pick up right where we left off. Something ominous is starting to happen in Galar, and I'm on my way back to Hammerlock to earn the 8th and final gym badge. Let's go. I find myself once again running down the dragon scale pattern streets of Hammerlock, anxious to challenge the Dragon Master Raihan for my final gym badge. As I arrive at the gym, Sonia, Leon, and Hop are discussing something, and Hop calls me over. Soon Professor Magnolia joins the conversation and it's revealed why we're all here. Professor Magnolia had a meeting with Chairman Rose about the recent outbursts of Pokemon Dynamaxing at random. When the professor reveals the meeting didn't produce anything of note, we all go our separate ways. Our gym challenge this time around is located off premises, back at the vault actually. Here, Raihan has a simple strength-based challenge: defeat his 3 understudies in separate double battles. The first trainer, Sebastian, uses a rain team of Pelipper and Sliggoo. As this is a double battle, I'm forced to use a second Pokemon which, as you can see, does nothing to help of course. So it's all on Slowpoke. Pelipper and Sliggoo both know Water Pulse, and it seems their strategy is to spam that to get Slowpoke confused, which works, but Slowpoke hangs tough and we headbutt our way to victory. The second trainer intimidated me the most, but ironically, it was the easiest battle. She continued to use Shell Trap, like, a lot. So much so that it basically just gave me a free turn to use Curse and get set up 6 times over. The final trainer, Arya, puts up a slightly better fight with her Hail team of Obama Snow and Hakamo-O, but ultimately the result was the same. Finally, it's time for our last gym badge, as we go 1-on-2 in a double battle match, which, like the ones up to this point, will just leave Slowpoke high and dry to defend herself against 2 opponents at once. I'm worried about my defenses early on, so priority will go to strengthening that before I launch any offensive. Raihan is a Dragon Master and brilliant tactician. His skills in Galar are so legendary that he is widely considered the only trainer who can rival the undefeated champion Leon. Let's see how we measure up. Just like the gym challenge before, Raihan is utilizing weather to add an additional layer to his strategy. Scorbunny gets some dirt in his eye and he goes on break. I start to get my defenses set up and Raihan begins his assault. Gigalith comes flying in with Body Press and Flygon follows up with a super effective Crunch. I have to use Slack Off faster than I expected to get health back, then get right back into the setup phase. The defensive phase of my strategy is so drawn out that the weather actually subsides before I deal any damage, but once I'm ready, Flygon goes down first. Next, Raihan calls upon Sandaconda. Sandaconda goes down quickly, but in doing so, activates its Sand Spit ability, and here comes the Sandstorm again. The tempo of the battle is picking up as Raihan releases Duraludon and calls for a G-Max transformation. It's at this point I decide to make this battle as challenging as I can, given the circumstances, and I decide not to use Dynamax to defeat Raihan. I want to show I'm ready for Leon by beating his rival without going all out. Maybe this wasn't the right call. I am so low on health. Please don't hit 5 times. Please don't hit 5 times. It's gonna hit 5 times. Woo! That was closer than it needed to be, but at least things got exciting there for a moment. I'm able to survive Didon's attacks with ease thanks to my bolstered defenses. When a not very effective headbutt takes out a third of Duraludon's health, I know this battle is over. Gigalith goes down after a good bout, and finally my gym challenge is complete. Now, on to the Champion Cup. With the Dragon Badge in hand, I'm about to head to Winden, the location of the Champions Cup, to await the rest of the Gym Challenge completionists. Hop goes in to challenge Raihan, and I'm off. On the way out, per tradition it seems, Sonia is right outside, but this time, Gram Magnolia is with her. Sonia gets officially promoted to Professor, as you can see by her lab coat, which only professors can wear. Yes, you definitely cannot buy them anywhere. Before you know it, I'm at the train station, and Hop is right behind. Seems he beat Raihan just as quickly as I did. We board the train and get some really nice millennial bonding time. You know, sitting next to your best friend, not talking, just checking the socials. Why haven't you liked my post yet? Okay, sit down. I do not need you to go aggro on me in public. The train didn't drop us off in Winden because game, so we faced some unskippable trainers on Route 10 before getting to our destination. Okay, wow, that one literally had me stop in my tracks. This is a lovely transition here, and this may be my favorite environmental interaction that isn't a cutscene. Very nice. So now we are in Winden. Certainly the largest city in the game in terms of explorable area and the number of things to do. From architecture to scale, this was truly a beautiful city to behold, and it makes me feel like this was the grandiose feeling that Game Freak was trying to achieve with Lumio's city back in Pokemon X and Y. Onward to Winden Stadium for the Champion Cup, at the end of which will be our ultimate goal, a Pokemon battle against the undefeated champion, Leon. First though is the tournament, a short single elimination set of matches. Our first opponent is Marnie, who is keeping good on her promise to meet us in the Champion Cup, though it isn't in the finals as she may have imagined. She'll have to get past me to become the new champion, but I have no intention of letting that happen. Marnie leads off with Liepard as usual. Marnie is up to her usual strategy with Liepard by focusing on status moves to bolster her special attack, so I need to go on the offensive quickly. Scrafty is next on the pitch and wastes its turn using Scary Face, which lowers my speed stat from 0 to 0. Marnie sends Toxicroak into battle, who poisons me with Toxic. A super effective Zen Headbutt sends Toxicroak back to Marnie, and it's Morpeko's turn to go down without a fight. Marnie has made an impressive addition to her team with Grimmsnarl. Despite her brother Pierce not using Dynamax in battles, Marnie shows that she's in it for the win and issues the command for Grimmsnarl to Gigantamax. Grimmsnarl uses G-Max Snooze, which does a fair amount of damage and ends up putting Slowpoke to sleep, but it's nothing I wasn't prepared for. The Battle of Giants lasts longer than 3 turns, so it's a powered down shootout for the win. Grimmsnarl works on its stats, but Slowpoke goes in for the finisher, and that's the end of Grimmsnarl, as well as Marnie's gym challenge. Marnie was an excellent opponent and rival, and I'm glad to have had her in these games. Now I take a break while Hop heads to his match against an unknown opponent. I think it was a bit of a letdown we didn't get to know who Hop faced off against. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because apparently Hop won his match very quickly, so my break is over before it really starts. I try to get some chips from a vending machine, but only authorized people are allowed into the snack room. Seriously? Why even put this in the game? This is it, the foreshadowed battle between best friends, by each other's side at every turn, but now, vying for the same goal, each of them is now the only obstacle between themselves and their ultimate goal, the championship, and the right to battle the undefeated champion. Winning against Leon would put them in Galar's history books forever, and no one would ever forget that match. It's the pinnacle of the sport, the ultimate goal of a Pokemon trainer, but it will take just a pinch of selfishness to get there, an unwillingness to play nice, to go easy on a friend, to fall on our sword. No. To achieve our goals now, we have to deny someone else of theirs. Let's go. Hop's starting off smart by upgrading Dubwool's defenses early. I go for the same strategy, but at a slower pace. Hop shows the best defense is a good offense by using Body Slam, a move that has a good chance to paralyze, which works, and I spend a turn using a healing item. Dubwool goes down after a good fight. Hop's second is Snorlax, and I need to heal up from Dubwool's attacks. Snorlax throws its weight around with Heavy Slam, but Slowpoke fires back, then Snorlax is returned. Pinsirchin joins the fray, and Hop calls for a curse of his own. I'm flattered Hop is taking pointers from my matches, but not enough that I'll let him off easy. Hop's runner is Corviknight, who comes out swinging but goes down just as easily, despite being one of Hop's best Pokemon defensively against Slowpoke. With his back against the wall, Hop pulls out all the stops with who else but Rillaboom. As you can expect, Hop motions for Rillaboom to Dynamax and temporarily recalls him to transform, and Hop's last stand begins. Hop's Rillaboom launches a Max Darkness attack, and despite being super effective, it doesn't do much damage, solidifying that this match between friends as close as brothers will be over soon, and not in Hop's favor. I really shouldn't say this, but I'm sorry, Hop. The first time I experienced this fight, I felt a sadness I didn't expect, and I hadn't felt in any Pokemon game previously. Seeing Hop shivering, shaking his fists, and striking the air in frustration, I've been there. I've felt that. His conviction and drive coming to a screeching halt was so tangible to me in that moment, I swear I could have reached out and touched it. That was when Hop's story came full circle for me, and he became one of my favorite rivals of all time. With Hop eliminated, that makes me the winner of the Champion Cup. Next will be a battle with Leon to determine if I become Galar's new champion, or if Leon's undefeated reign will continue another season. Well, we'll find out soon enough.